thug of a guard frog wasn't an easy kill, but it was a sweet one. Their leader, Lanzalut, had never been bested in battle. He had a lance as lethal as it was legend, but he also had the only key. The Bog Brothers clan were finally destroyed. Reggie knew they would not be the last. The foul corpse of Blocky Magoo lay lifeless on the floor. He had croaked his last orders. The book wasn't just buried. The whole Grand Library was abandoned. ended up buried in this revered place. More of his father's secrets. But for now, he had found the book. The other mysteries would have to wait. Reggie wished King Rattus were with him, to explain these creatures being here. And, if he were being honest, because he missed his father's reassuring presence. Buzzing, then the stench of rotten meat. The Mozzie King had come for him. He wasn't the only king with a sting in his tail. With the king dead, hopefully the waves of Mozzie infestations would slow down. The Mozzie Queen, foul mother of the swarm. They never stop what she With the mother dead, that should be the last of them. For now. frogs were dealt with, and Reggie had felt no rumbling monster. But sighting the war chief had made Reggie realize they needed to prepare for an attack. The king was needed in the fort. The switch that gave electricity must be beyond this room. But they'd have to get past the grub mother first. She was the one infesting the mines with her grublings. Great wings had finally stopped buzzing. She and her young would infest this place no longer. This foe was called Mole Mysterio by the crowd. She wondered what name the crowd would give him if he returned to the arena again. The fighter they called Macho Mole was a crowd favorite. Many a mole has lost their head to the brutal swing of his axe. The fighter they called Macho Mole was a crowd favorite. Many a mole has lost their head to the brutal swing of his axe. Victory in the arena felt good. Maybe Reggie could learn to like this. This strange device was a blaster. Molecraft more deadly than most bows. Reggie wondered what the smith would think. Blasters make short work of most enemies. The king could get used to this. Reggie didn't know what this creature was, but its teeth and claws were as sharp as they were fast. Reggie wondered what this feeling inspired was. Fear or despair? It was dead, and Reggie could barely believe he'd survived. He hoped this would be the last one he encountered. He died as he lived, defending ratfolk from the scourge of frogkind. The guard captain took the earnest place. Two side kings. The Mollberg shield was thick and heavy, crafted from the strongest plate metal. Getting past it would not be easy. Heavy shields make for slow targets. Slow targets make easy gold. Double trouble means double gold. As Reggie cut the final combatant down, the crowd cheered his victory. Bloodthirsty though it was, he had grown fond of Moletown. The arena champion, Hulk Molgan, was a living legend of Moletown. His legend might have to live on without him. Arena champion, King Demolition. They cheered. One legend had died, but another had come to take its place. Too late. Reggie saw from the docks his brother's silhouette on a ship, surrounded by tribal frog soldiers. No sign of their foul leader. He had to get to his brother. Reggie had little trust in shamans. But there was more mystery in this world than his father had taught him. The shaman had gone, but he'd left a key. Another of these fanged and clawed creatures. But if he could kill one, Reggie reasoned, he could kill two. The shaman had tried to hide in his workshop. The things he'd made and used on Reggie's king were here. There was nowhere he could hide.
Oh my God.
The shaman's cruel experiments were over in a puff of foul green smoke. The war chief's throne room could not be far. He was the one who started this, so it was with a sword in his skull that it must end. What was this evil twist on Molecraft? A grotesque monster of creaking gears and steam. The sight of it made Reggie freeze. But Jay's fury could not be held back. The sound of his small friend's body falling lifted the spell. Reggie didn't know what this thing was, only that it would die screaming. It was no beast, but his own brother in the evil machine. This was the frog's final insult, to turn his own blood into his unwitting enemy. But Dennis knew where the war chief was. Ashamed and angry at what he'd done, Dennis ran ahead, wanting to spare Reggie this fight. Even in the frog slime and its stench of death, it felt good to be fighting with his brother at his side. No, Reggie wouldn't believe it. Everything the evil frogs had taken from him, his father, his friend, his kingdom. They wouldn't take his brother, and they wouldn't take him. The war chief was dead, and the kingdom saved. But what did it matter if his brother was gone? The rat folk rejoiced to have their king home. They had prepared for Reggie's coronation in the throne room. They had been sure he would return to them. To Reggie, it was a bittersweet victory. He had proved himself, but it came at a cost higher than gold. It was the start of a true golden age, free of the scourge of frog spawn. Working with the molefolk below, they built a new kingdom of steam and industry and wonder. But that is, as they say, a tale for another time.